So a big reason people move to Houston also is the level of black excellence here. There are only so many places in this country that have the level of education and income of black people. Like, for an example, DC, Atlanta, LA, stuff like that. Part of the original reason.
For sure. Like, I've heard so many people saying, like, yeah, I'm finna move to Houston, finna find my husband. I'm like, all right, girl.
Today we have someone new today, so I would go ahead and actually let you introduce yourself.
Okay. Hi, I'm Krista. I'm from Chicago, Illinois, the South Side to be exact. I went to the University of Missouri, you know, big M-I-Z-Z-O-U. Yeah.
Of course.
SEC, you know. I've been living in Houston for 3 years, and I'm a public health officer.
Okay, degrees and all.
You know, two of them things, okay?
Respect it.
Don't play with it.
I gotta ask you, so 2 questions.
Okay.
One, what is your current status on relationships anyway?
I don't have like input. I'm just chilling. Like, I'm not really looking for something. If something comes to me, then that's cool, but I'm not really searching. I'm single. I'm just, you know, chilling. I'm like coasting. If that makes sense. Yeah. I'm not forcing nothing.
The next question, what brought you to Houston?
A job. So this gonna sound crazy. So my best friend, she was living in Houston, and like the whole time I was in grad school, she was like, if you don't come to Houston, we're done. Like, I'm so done with you. Me and her been best friends since 3rd grade. So she's like, if you don't come to Houston, we're done. It's over. So I'm like, all right, bet. So Kiana, she reached out to me like, you trying to come up here for Crystal's birthday? Like a surprise? I'm like, of course. Because, you know, I'm spontaneous. Last minute, literally, she reached out to me on a Monday. I had to be in Houston by Thursday.
Okay.
I'm like, let's do it for sure. So I came to visit Houston and fell in love. I was like, yo, like, y'all do this like every weekend? Like, this is how y'all get down every single weekend?
There's always something to do, though.
Yo, like, I love it here. Like, I ain't never going home. So then, like, from there, I, like, only applied to jobs in Houston. And then I got, like, my dream, like, so I got my master's in public health, and I did it to become an epidemiologist. And I got offered a job in epidemiology. And typically, you got to have, like, 2-3 years of experience. I got it, like, with no years of experience. So I was like, thank you, God.
Land of opportunity,
right?
Sounds like.
I'm like, let's get it. Like, and it was that. And I've been here ever since.
I'm glad. So, your experience, so you're still here. How long has it been?
3 years in August.
So, what kept you here? I have to ask.
I've just met great people. Oh, excuse me. I met great people. And the cost of living, what? Compared to Chicago?
Undefeated.
Compared to Chicago, be for real. Like, yeah, like, I love Houston. Like, I'm not opposed to moving, but, like, I don't see a reason to move right now. I don't have a reason to move. So, like, yeah, like, I'm cool. I'm chilling.
I'm glad you enjoyed it. Looks like you're having a lot of fun.
It's fun, having a good time, you know.
So, all right, you've been here 3 years, though. So, I'm going to give a little background to this question. So, a big reason people move to Houston also is the level of black excellence here. There are only so many places in this country that have the level of education and income of black people. Like, for an example, DC, Atlanta, LA, stuff like that. Houston is also on that high-level list. So, a lot of people move here to also be in the company of, like, a lot of well-educated, high-income, high-earning black people. And also in the dating realm, too, to find people that they term equally yoked based on what they're looking for. But something that I've come across so far is they don't find a lot of people in a relationship realm. They find a lot of fun, a lot of in-the-moment experiences, but never anything long-lasting, which sounds like it's the original reason that they're moving here, or part of the original reason.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I've heard so many people saying, like, yeah, I'm finna move to Houston, finna find my husband. I'm like, all right, girl, good luck.
So you've heard, or do you have any examples of that happening?
I have one. Out of all the people that I know who've moved to Houston, one.
Damn.
That's it. And, I mean, I get it. I understand. Like, think about it. You fresh out of college, or you fresh in your career, you finally making money, you know, you're not really trying to settle down. Or most people my age, because I'm only 27, they not trying to settle down. They not trying to be married. They not trying to, like, you finally making money, right? You not making $12 an hour. You making money, right? So you got more expendable income. So what you finna do? you finna spend it. You finna be outside. You finna be smoking hookah, buying bottles, in sections, out every weekend. Shit, maybe Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. It depends on the week, right?
I mean, like, you can or something
right,
every day.
Because I can. I could do whatever I want. Like, and people, like, a lot of the people that I met out here, they ain't got kids. So, like, even better. Like, what? I ain't got kids. I can move how I want. I can do whatever I want. Like, so I get it. Like, people, like, it's a different, like, experience. Like, wow, I'm finally making money. I'm young. I'm lit. Why I want to be settled down? Why I want to be in a house? Why I want to do that? So I get it. But, like, I feel like after a certain time, it gets old. Like, when do you be like, all right, enough is enough? And a lot of the people I've seen here, enough not enough for them. Like, they've been here 5 years and they like, you going to the address on Saturday? What, like, you trying to do brunch at Chapman and Kirby? Like, I'm like,
you're not tired of it yet.
You've been doing this shit 7 years. When is enough enough? You're not tired? Like, I promise you, when I first moved here, I was outside, okay? Me and Natasha was the outside boys, okay? Outside all the time. And I'm not talking about just outside on the weekends. I'm talking about it's a random Tuesday. We smoking hookah, taking shots.
That's a Houston experience, though.
It's a Wednesday. We had Wind Down Wednesday. It's Thursday. We just, outside, like truly outside. And it was fun. And so I was like, damn, bro, we doing this again? Again. And a lot of the same people, like, so for example, like Grooves. You remember Grooves on Fridays?
Of course.
Come on, not like untouchable.
75-cent shot.
Untouchable. Untouchable. When I first moved to Houston, like, literally, we visited Grooves when I first, like, remember I said I visited, and I was like, I ain't never going home. We went to Grooves, right? But, like, literally, we would go to Grooves, and I would see the same people there. Every week. Every Friday. You not tired? You, like, I can't talk, because I'm in that bitch with you. But... And now I'm like, yo, like, come on. Like, it's so much more we can do. Let's travel. Let's go out the country. Let's go to football games. Let's go to basketball games. Let's go to baseball games. Let's go to wineries. Like, it's so much things. Houston is huge. It's so much you can do outside of just being in the club all day, every day. You know?
So I agree with you on that, though. So, and the big piece with that, too, is if you go certain places, you're going to find certain types of people.
Exactly. And
Houston has literally anything that you're looking for, by all means. Like you said, the wineries, horseback riding, ATV riding, we have zip lining, we have indoor-outdoor activities, all the above. A problem that I have come across is a lot of people go out and expect to find the one while they're out. So there are a lot of things like that, Wine Down Wednesdays and all that, wine tasting and all the above. But have you actually gone to areas like that expecting to find somebody, or have you looked?
I wouldn't necessarily say I've gone out like, I'm finna look good, I'm finna meet my husband. Like, no. But like you said, like, a lot of people here, like, we're very successful. So typically, like, the people you go out with, they on the same caliber as you, right? So if I go out, like, I might be one of 7 in a section who got master's degrees. Like, my whole friend group, we got master's degrees. You know, birds of a feather.
Congrats to that, by the way.
Oh, thank you. Ooh. You know, birds of a feather flock together, right? Mm-hmm. So, like, the same people, typically, they doing the same things. So, like, if you going out all of the time and stuff, like, you gonna meet other successful people with you, right? Because if you're going outside, you gotta have some money to spend. You're just not outside to be, some people, but most of the time, like, they got it, right? Or, like, they're good financially, because you got to spend money when you outside. And I'm not saying I go outside like, oh, yeah, this is the night I'm going to meet my husband. But I expect to meet some cool people. I expect to meet people that's, like, on their shit, Because if you're not on your shit, what you outside for Friday through Tuesday?
So understand, though, there's a lot of ways of making money. So
there
it's kind
is.
of like the
and I didn't even say, like, career-wise. I said on your shit.
But that could mean anything.
That exactly, on your shit, right? So even if you don't got a job, are you applying to jobs Friday through Tuesday that you outside? Are you investing in yourself? Are you pouring to yourself? Are you trying to find different streams of income? What are you doing to better yourself?
So it sounds like you're looking for a certain type of person. So a comment you made a second ago is we're all the same caliber. But you could be on the same caliber, but the mentality's different.
For sure. And I feel like I'm not gonna go with the the women are more mature than men, but the people I be meeting out here is low-key kind of true. I hate to say it.
I mean, it sounds like based on where you're looking, though. When was the last time you went to, like, a winery and started meeting the guys there?
Most times I go to wineries, it don't really be packed with men. Like, it be a couple people there, but they be the girls.
Right.
Like,
I mean, of course, like, they're not heavily male dominated.
Yeah. So, like, but even so, like, when I do things, it's not to, like, I'm on the search for anything. Like, I'm just here for a good time, good vibes, good energy, you know?
To that point, though, knowing I go to areas like that. So I love wine tasting. I love, like, dance classes. I love stuff like that. And when I go there, I'm one of the very few men, let alone black men there. But also knowing that that's the area I enjoy spending time. But for me personally, I'm told to find, like, certain women, I need to be out, I need to be spending money, I need to be seen, I need to be shown off in certain areas. And I actually beat that. A lot of my men still go out and have fun and enjoy times like that, and I don't agree with that, and I beat the status quo.
Okay.
And I know I'm in a minuscule area, so when I do meet women when I'm out like that, they're appalled. Not appalled, but surprised.
For sure.
To meet a black man in, like, a dance class, a bachata dance class. But I know the space to look to find the caliber of women that I'm trying to look for.
And that's fair, but, I mean, like, you could meet, like, anybody, anywhere. Just because you in a club partying don't mean, like, you know your shit.
We're talking about probabilities, though.
Right. You know. But, yeah, no, I've never, like, I'm not going to say never. Like, when I've gone to, like, wineries and stuff, like, yeah, it might be a couple men there that are, like, single. But, like, most of them be, like, with their girl, you know, stuff like that. If I go to, like, I mean, like, dance classes, I don't typically see men there.
Catch me.
You said you got moves. Okay.
There you go.
So you got that. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't really see men there. But that's the thing. It's different if you're just going out to have a good time versus going out to, like, meet. Like, I'm going out with the intention that I'm going to find my man tonight, right? I don't never go out like that. I'm just here for good vibes, good energy. I'm trying to have a good time. Trying to, you know, whoop-de-whoop, you know, with my girls. If I meet somebody and me and that person mesh, cool. We can see where that goes, but it's not like like I said, I'm not on the search for anything. Like, I'm just, whatever comes to me, comes to me. What's meant for me is meant for me, and it's not gonna pass me, you know?
Okay, so basically you just said you kind of let it happen, or let things happen as they happen.
For sure.
So I have to ask you, if that's your mentality when it comes to dating, do you just go along with it, and if you find a husband, you do, but if not, like, you're completely content with not finding, like, something on a serious level?
So that's funny you say that. So, like, when I was younger, a goal of mine was, like, I want to be married by this time. I want to have kids. I want to be that. And, like, a lot of women make that, like, their identity. I want to be a wife. I want to be a mother. I want to have kids. I want to do this, and I want to be that. And if they don't reach that goal, then they feel like they're not whole, or they feel like, I failed, right? And who wants to go through life feeling like that, right? You need to be okay with you being you being whole, you being complete. And if things add on to it, then that's cool. That works, right? So, like, I'm not going to say it's not a goal. Like, I would love to get married and have my own husband, you know, have kids, the whole nine. But, like, if it don't happen, then it don't happen. I'm still going to be whole. I'm still going to be a great person. I'm still going to be Krista, you know. But if it happens, it happens. If it don't, then it wasn't in the cards.
So I want to add something to that on the fact of, I genuinely don't believe great things in life happen to you on a large scale. Like, for an example, like the career that you have now, the degrees that you have, even the friend group that you have. You put in work, you put in time, you put in effort. Like, you earn those things, and that's why they're celebrated. But people feel a lot differently about relationships for some reason. So I feel like, at least from, like, the woman's side, if you're looking for a certain type of guy, you have to put yourself in certain type of areas. And I don't find that happening too much. I always come across the idea of it'll just happen. But yet, nothing else, I'm just assuming, nothing else in your life just happened to you to make you as great as you are today.
I'm going to say I don't believe in coincidences. I think everything happens exactly how it's supposed to happen. But I agree, some things you have to work at. So, like, for me, I believe, like, energy. Energy is big. Energy is real, right? So, if I'm consistently working on myself, I'm consistently trying to become the best me possible. I'm working on self-love. I love myself. I know that I'm whole by myself. I have a good self-concept of myself, right? I'm eating healthy. I'm working out. I'm being literally the best me possible. I have that energy, the frequency I give off, it has no choice but to attract that the same, right? Because you can vibrate on different frequencies, right? So it's different if like I'm vibrating on a frequency of like lust. So that's like kind of at the bottom. So if I'm vibrating on the frequency of lust, what am I going to attract? Men that are lustful, right? Now, if I'm vibrating at an energy of like love, of self-actualization, which is actually very hard to reach, but like if I'm vibrating on that frequency, I have no choice but to attract that to me, right? So I'm not saying, of course, like you being in a house all day, you're gonna find your husband. It's probably not likely, but if I'm taking that time and I'm investing in myself and I'm pouring in myself and I'm trying to be the best me possible, I have no choice but to attract what's meant to me.
So actually on that though, describing your type of man, can you describe your type of man? Like what guy are you looking for? What type of guy? Like physical and mental and attributes and stuff like that.
So preferably, I would prefer my husband to be over 6 feet. I know that sounds crazy because I'm only 5'1", but that's the type of man I want. And I feel like I can have anything I want. That's the kind of mindset I have now. Anything I want, I can get it. I can get it, right? So I feel like I want my husband to be, 6 feet. I want him to be kind of big, because I'm little. I want him to be, he doesn't have to necessarily be Christian, but very spiritual, have a source. My source is God, have a source, intelligent, kind, generous, loyal, faithful, caring. But I feel like those are qualities that anybody can have, right? So like, I don't feel like what I'm asking for is a lot. I feel like those are like basic requirements. You should want to be with, if I'm loyal and I'm kind and I'm honest and I have unconditional love for people, I should have that in return, right? Why would I want to be with somebody who, if I'm at the gym, I'm working out all day, this person don't care about their health? Like, it doesn't make sense. So, like, the type of man I want, I feel like I said, you are what you attract. So, it's this thing I do where I always vision my future self, right? So, today in 2023, I look at myself, Krista. What is my future self doing, right? My future self, she's a stay-at-home wife, but she also has her own businesses. She also has her own nonprofits, right? But she pours into her kids. She pours into her community. She pours into her husband, right? She's her own person. And then on top of that, like, what is she doing? What does she look like? How does she feel, right? Does she feel love? Does she feel intelligent? Does she feel whole? How does future Krista look? And every day I work to what I think of myself, what I want my future self to be like. I work on that every day, working to be the best me. What does future Krista look like? And that's something that's like really important to me, being the best me possible. So like in the future, I want to be, like I said, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. I want to be married. I want to have kids. I want to have my own nonprofit, have my own businesses. What am I doing today to make that happen? Right? And sometimes that means going to therapy. Sometimes that means doing the self-work, meditation, doing the shadow work, doing the inner child healing, things like that, right? Because your first relationships are with your parents. And those type of relationships, like, they kind of determine your future relationships, right? So, like, for example, if somebody has daddy issues and they're like very insecure and they like accept anything. So say their dad was like never really in their life. Their dad ran in their life and left their life and ran in their life and left their life. They might have partners that do the same, but that's what love feels like to them, right? So that's what love feels like to them. So they accept that. And that's not necessarily love. But me, I'm just working on like what works. What does future Krista want? What will future Krista be doing? When future Krista wake up in the morning, what does it look like? So in the morning, like when you first wake up, or like right before you go to bed, or when you like first wake up, and that's the best time to manifest. So literally when I wake up, before I even open my eyes, I just imagine what my day will look like. In my head, I wake up and I see the room. And I make sure I feel it too, right? Because that's a big part of manifestation, feeling it. So I feel it. I wake up in the bedroom. What do I do next? I brush my teeth. And then what I do? I go downstairs. I let the dogs out. I make breakfast. I kiss my man. He goes off to work or to practice or whatever. And then I go to the gym.
Not practice. I like that.
He goes off. And now I'm running errands. I'm working on my business. I come home. I make us a meal. Like, I really imagine that shit. And the more you imagine it and the more you put in work and the more you really work on your future self, it's very possible to achieve. I feel like I manifested my, like, getting to Houston, my job, moving to Houston, my friend group, I manifested that out. But to do that, I had to put that work in.
But the question I'm asking from that, it sounds like your criteria is pretty simple. Let's be honest with you. Like, you like the basic things. Someone that's just personal, caring, that has a future, planning, but also makes time for you. But it does not sound like you're finding that. Why haven't you found that?
I don't think I'm finding that because at least the men that I've met, they're not ready to, like, be serious. So even, and it's not necessarily just like young people, like 27, because, ooh. Okay, so, it was a guy that was trying to date me, and he was like 37. That's crazy to say out loud. 37.
We're in the sugar daddy capital, so I mean, I don't know if that's sugar daddy age, but
37. So like, it was interesting because I would think like at 37, you know things. First of all, I'm not gonna tell no man how to date me. Either you know how to do it or you don't. If you don't, it was so nice knowing you. Best of luck. If you do, all right, we can see where this go, right? So with him, I don't know if it's because he's just like so used to dating like women that's like my age, because I guess like considered to him I'm young, but I feel like 37 is still young. But I'm 27, so 10-year age different, literally like different generations, like different music and shit. Like my brother's 37. I hate to say this, but like, but literally like, yeah. So like I'm thinking like, okay, 37, he's in his career. Cause like at 37, you should. I feel like, I don't know. You should be in your career, well into your career. Like you at least been in your career 10 years. I feel like that's generous. Cause I started at 24, so in 10 years I'll be in my career almost 15 years. So like, you know, you've been in your career for a while, so you're established. Like you have your own home, and it don't necessarily have to be a home. Cause some people like, you know, townhouses. Some people like, you know, moving around. You don't necessarily have to own your home, but like you have somewhere to stay. You have a career. You know, the basic shit like that I would expect myself to have, right? So like with him, oh god, he I don't know if it was because I was like I'm 27 that he just expected like he could do the bare minimum. And like I said, I'm not gonna tell you how to date me. Either you know how to do it or you don't know how to do it. So like with him, like we went out on a date. It was cool. We really vibed. It was cool. I was like, okay, I could see some potential here. Because we had great conversation. He was kind. He was a gentleman for sure. Like,
how'd you meet him, by the way?
Hinge.
Oh, the dating app.
Oh, I hate Hinge. Oh, I hate dating apps. So I met him on Hinge, and he was very like direct. Like, I want to take you out on a date. Like, I don't need to do too much talking. Like, I want to get to know you. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. So we went out on a date, literally, like, 2 days after we met on Hinge.
I think that's how it should be done.
You know, I think so, too. I'm not here for small talk. I told Crystal that. I was like, Crystal, you need to tell this person you don't do small talk.
No pen pals, bro.
Get out of here. Okay? None of that. Nah. Either you do it or you don't. So, I'm not saying, like, it needs to be, like, we need to be living together no more. Like, that's crazy. But, like, you know, give me some, you with it, right? Emotion. So, we went on a date. It was cool. He was fun. We vibed together well. We communicated well. His friends were kind. I think your friends are a great indication of you. I agree. His friends were really cool. They were super chill.
Hold on. How soon did you meet the friends?
Literally like our first date. We went out. His friends was out with us. We was like watching games at the bar. I'm a sports girly. You know, I love me some football. I could watch me some college basketball. You know, MIZ. You know, big SEC. So like yeah, like I'm a sports girly. He's in sports. He's into sports too. So cool. So. He just wanted to do, like, the bare minimum. Like, not even, like, we went on one date. After that, I don't know if, like, he thought, like, okay, bet. But, first of all, the man literally was, like, after, like, meeting me, like, an hour into our date, he was like. So you know you my boo, right? I literally was like,
okay.
Who? Who's your
boo?
I
got physical early, okay.
Who's your boo? Because it's not me. I don't even know you, baby. And you don't know me. So there's no way you could literally think I'm your boo. And so he just was like trying to do the bare minimum. Just pull up on me, come see me. I want to spend time with you. Pull up to my house, blah, blah, blah. Like, no pursuing. Like, you took me out on one day, cool. But now you want me to just pull up to your house every other time? I'm not doing that. And, like, I was cool on it. And I told him, like, I'm cool. I don't think I'm, like, your speed.
So that's a very valid statement, though.
I'm not your speed. And that's okay. I'm okay with it. I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm just saying I'm not your speed. The bare minimum doesn't work for me. Like, you have to meet the bare minimum requirements for us to, like
start talking in general.
Right, in general. But you can't do the bare minimum because nothing about me is bare minimum, baby.
That's right.
And that's okay. And I know that. But since I know that, I don't even leave myself home. Why would I expect, in that case, why would I expect if he's showing me the bare minimum, that's all he's doing? That's my fault if I continue to date him and talk to him and expect something different. When somebody show them who you are, baby, that's who they are.
Believe them.
That's who they are. You can't change the person. You can't. If the person wants to change, sure. But typically, you can't change that person. Like, so if I would have continued dating him and then, oh my God, he's not taking me out on dates. He's not pursuing me the way I want. Krista, he showed you that. Who's at fault here? He's not at fault. The man showed you who he was. So at that point, whose fault is it? It's my fault.
To branch off of that, though, so what do you think is one of the biggest misconceptions that men in general have about women here in Houston?
Misconceptions. Oh, that's a good question. What is a misconception that men have? I don't know. I think, like, in general, not necessarily me, because I'm a lover girl. You know, I want to be booed up. But, like, I think that, like, a lot of men don't think women want the same thing that they want. So like, it's been a lot of men that, like, just want casual flings, blah, 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 things like that. It's a lot of women that want that, too. It's a lot of women that want to date 5, 6 different men at one time. Want to just, like, we hunching, all right, bye. I see you when I see you type shit. It's a lot of women that want that, too. But I think that men, like, not all men, but a lot of men here, they think that, like, a lot of women want commitment, that they got to feed these women dreams, sell them dreams. Tell them what they want to hear to get what they want. And literally, you could be honest, and it's a lot of women that's, like, on the same shit you on, too. I'm not that woman, but...
You know, Miss Lover Girl.
You know, Lover Girl. Like, you might hit and miss for me, but it's another girl that wants that same thing, too. She okay with just, like, fucking on you. And that's enough for her. Not me, though. So go find somebody that's your speed. That's important to know. Know your speed, baby. I'm not your speed. And that's okay. And I'm not a lot of men's speed. And that's okay as well. Like, I know that. It's good to know you. It's good to know. A lot of people know what they don't want, but they don't know what they do want. What do you want? You so tied up in what I don't want. I don't want a man that don't got a job. I don't want a man who don't got a good relationship with his family. I don't want a... What do you want, mama? What do you want? You want a man that's kind. You want a man that's loyal. You want a man that is, like, deep in his spirituality. You want a man that wants to be a provider. What do you want? And a lot of people, not just women, men too, they don't know what they want. So they don't know what they want. So because you don't know what you want, when you out there, you just, out here having a good time, you don't even know what you want. You just running into anybody.
I mean, that's valid, though. A lot of people know what they don't want, and then they're never satisfied. They find someone who meets all the criteria of what they don't want, but then they realize they also don't want the attributes that they have also. I would say, for an example, because I love examples. So you find a man, you don't want a man without a job. So you find a man with a job. But then the type of job that he has is not
you
good
don't
enough
want
for
that.
you.
That's
you don't
not
want
good
that.
enough. Yeah.
Exactly.
You don't want a nigga that's a construction worker. You want a nigga that's a CEO. But you ain't say that. You ain't even know. You
can still find that.
You said you wanted a nigga that had a job. The nigga do got a job.
So
he just sells weed out his mama basement. Like,
You know, you found a man with a job, but now he doesn't do this for you. He doesn't pay for he doesn't pay for this. He doesn't make time for you in this area. And now you're still not as satisfied. So that's a problem men have that I've come across in general with women of never being satisfied. You can create
because they don't know exactly what they want. You want to know something crazy? So like I said, I'm real big on manifestation. I literally have a journal, and in my journal, I wrote exactly what I want in a man. I wrote exactly what I want him to look like. I wrote exactly how I want our relationship to be. I wrote how his qualities are. I know what I want in a man. And when he don't meet those, of course, my list, it was 4 pages long, front and back.
Dang.
Because I'm very detailed. I'm very specific. Because you'll be surprised what God will bless you with. You know, you'll be surprised how God can blow your mind. It's interesting because, when we think of things, we're like, okay, I want this job. I want it to be 6 figures. I want to have this role, this, and blah, 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 this. And God be like, hold on, wait a minute. Bigger. I could blow your mind. Let me blow your mind, right? So
have you heard the flip side of that, though?
What?
The best way to make God laugh.
Oh, you're making your own plans.
I tell him your plan.
So that's the thing. It's different from I could be very specific of what I want, but also be submissive and let God lead the way. So God will literally bless you with what you want if it's in alignment of what he wants for you. So say I want a husband who's a CEO, or I say I want a husband that's a CEO, but really what I mean is I want my husband to make this amount of money, right? So God may not necessarily bless me with a CEO, but he'll bless me with this type of man that makes this type of money because he knows, because I said that I wanted a CEO, I really meant that I wanted a man that I knew who could provide for me, who could take care of his family, who could take care of our family. I don't have to work. So he blessed me with this. And sometimes what you pray for is not you get it, but it's not exactly what you it's not packaged how you thought it wanted. Right. Yeah. So literally I'm very specific. I wrote out, like I said, I think I can have anything I want. It might, and that's the thing. I wrote out what I want, but just because I want that doesn't necessarily mean that's in alignment with what God wants for me.
I'm about to say, make them laugh. Right? Keep doing it.
God gonna be like, let me not call that in the universe. No, I'm just kidding. Whatever you think, I ain't gonna call that in the universe because literally it's power in your phone.
100%.
I want to, even your thoughts. If you keep thinking about something and you may not even be thinking about it. It might be subconsciously. You can manifest things into your reality. So like I said, I'm real big on manifestation, meditation. That's why literally when I go to sleep at night, I listen to sleep meditations. My meditations tell me I'm the baddest bitch that ever walked this land.